to do. And if you are new, my name is Ari, and I just like to chit chat, talk, and cook with you. So this is a learning channel. Anytime you feel like you want to teach me something or give me little tips and tricks, go ahead and do so. We're here. This is a community, and we have fun. So today we're going to be making one of our Valentine's desserts for this month. It's February the 1st. What? It's love in the air. Keep it going. Make sure you like, subscribe, and you watch my videos. Get my views up so that I can come up here and I don't have to work so hard in my regular job, but I can come up here and chit chat with y'all. So today we are making brownies, Valentine's brownies. So if you know you want to do something special for the kiddos, or if you want to do something special for your man, your woman, or your neighbor, or whoever, you can make some brownies. It's simple, it's easy, and I'm gonna show you how to make them. You don't need a lot of things, but if you want a real like chocolatey, you're gonna need a lot of things, but you don't really need a lot of things. Today we're gonna make chocolate brownies. Now I have a couple of people in my family do not like chocolate. I don't know what's wrong with them, but we're not gonna get into that. So eventually we're gonna make blondies. Blondies are the white chocolate brownies. It's chocolate, but whatever. Listen, don't bite my head off. So we're gonna get into it, and if you like, make sure you stay tuned for the whole thing. Now, one thing about me over here, I don't got money to be making stuff 2 times. I can't make it and wait and then come back and make it again. We're gonna make it all together, because guess what? That's how life goes. That's real life. So we're gonna get to it. Nothing but to do it, and we're gonna get to making this. Okay, so I'm not gonna hold you, and we're gonna make these brownies right here. So right now I have a bowl, and as I go along, I'm going to tell you what you need. You need a stick of butter, and I'm going to tell you if you want to do substitutions, you can do that as well. But you need a stick of butter, and you want to melt your butter on the stove. So that's what I did with my stove over there. I didn't feel like doing all the extra stuff. So this is the butter. I melted it. Now, if you want to substitute the butter, you can do a 1/4 cup of oil and a 1/4 cup of milk. You still going to get some nice flavors in there, okay? And the only reason why you can substitute it like that, because that's going to give it moisture. We're not going to make these brownies, you know how some people brownies be like really chalky, or it's just be like they rough and they tough and they like bricks. These brownies over here is gonna be nice, juicy, moist, and tender. Okay, so don't worry, I got your back. Okay, so if you want to substitute it, don't want to use a whole stick of butter, then go ahead and use a 1/4 cup of milk and use a 1/4 cup of oil. It'll still help out. It'll still work for you, okay? So you want to brown your butter a little bit. As you brown your butter, don't worry about it. I got some things for you. You need 2 eggs at room temperature, and we're going to go ahead and just put the 2 eggs in here at room temperature, okay? If y'all been watching me, y'all know me and the eggs and butter do not get along, okay? Because I'm always cracking a little shell, but I'm doing better. I'm doing better. You want to make sure you get you a whisk. I have a spatula, which I need that at the end. I don't need the spatula right now. I need a whisk. So make sure you go ahead and get your little whiskey whisk. Make sure your butter is not boiling, because you do not want to cook your egg, okay? So once that 1 egg is already incorporated in the butter, go ahead and crack the 2nd egg, okay? Boom. Oh, I'm getting better at this egg situation. So all February, I'm going to be coming to y'all, making y'all some nice little Valentine things. I love Valentine's. It's so cute. They have the pink, and they have all the cute colors, and then it's just like everybody's a little bit lovable. You don't have to actually have someone that you gotta like love on, but you can have somebody that you know you want to share love. You can share love all types of ways by giving people food. You can give back. You can even make cards and stuff like that. It's so beautiful. So don't always think like, oh well, I don't have a significant other. Listen, love on yourself. So you got 2 eggs in here, you got a stick of butter, and you're gonna go ahead and pour you some vanilla in there. You want 2 tablespoons of vanilla. Personally, I love vanilla. I'm gonna do what I want to do. So you can do 2, you can do 3. You can whisk it up until you just want to feel the feeling of it in there. Do what you do best, okay? And you're gonna whisk that up, okay? And then you're just gonna keep moving on, keep chugging along. Now, I like the smell of vanilla, so I add a little more. You know, I'm heavy-handed when it comes to flavor. Flavor and seasonings, I want it to be the best, okay? Now, you want a 1.5 cups of sugar. That's what I do. I do a 1.5 cups of sugar. Now, I know you're like, oh, my God, that's a lot of sugar. It's not. These are brownies. These brownies are made with love. I'm telling you, it's easy. And I already know half of y'all got some of this stuff in your refrigerator. So just go ahead. Make sure you get a whisk at this time. You will need a spatula later on, so don't worry about it. You're gonna need that spatula, and you do not need a hand mixer, or you do not need a stand mixer. You can do it with a whisk, okay? All right, so if you don't want to use all that sugar, you can use honey. What else can you use? You can use another substitute of sugar. I even seen people use confectionery sugar. I don't know about that. I never made brownies with confectionery sugar, but I made it with regular sugar. And let me see, we are making brownies, Valentine brownies, yes, and we're making them from scratch. So scratch means you have to get all your ingredients, so you gotta have everything you need. Next thing, we're gonna need a half a cup of flour, okay? All-purpose flour, not cake flour, not wheat flour. You just need regular AP flour, okay? And you just need a half a cup of it. And make sure when you are measuring your flour out, you want to take like a leveler or something and just make sure you level it out. Make sure you have the right amount, and you're just gonna go ahead and put that in there. I love making brownies because you do not have to sift anything. You do not have to do like one by one. You don't have to be so like accurate as when it comes to making a cake. Because you know, when you make a cake, you got to be real accurate, okay? And then I'm gonna show you how to make a blondie, but not today. Because I know a lot of people are not like chocolate lovers, but I love me a good chocolate, okay? So if you love your good chocolate, this one is for you. Now, once you add the flour in there, it's going to start getting thick, okay? I promise you. But keep whisking along now. Just keep whisking along. This is a good little exercise for the arms, and also the kids can help out as well, okay? Just letting you know. Next thing you want to go ahead and do, either or, you can add your 4th teaspoon of the baking powder. The baking powder is a rising agent, so it's not going to hurt you, and it just helps rise it. That's it. Just a little bit. I probably didn't measure that out right. Just a little bit. You don't want a lot. And all that's going to do is just help elevate it, rise it. And you're going to mix that in there, mix it really good. Now, if you want to be proper in technique with this, you would mix the flour, the cocoa powder, and the baking powder together. But you don't have to. When you are baking brownies, go ahead and just mix all that up in there, okay? Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Next, you need some cocoa powder. Get you some good cocoa powder, okay? I have the Hershey kind. They have the Dutch kind. It's really, really good as well. If I can get this open. And you're only going to put a 1/3 cup of cocoa powder in here. Now, if you want to really just bump up the flavor, get you some coffee, your favorite coffee that you like, and brew it. Don't add the sugar, don't add the cream, don't add nothing like that. And you just want to add a 1/3 cup of the coffee and put it in your brownie. It's going to give it a nice flavor. But I'm telling you, this, we're going for the chocolateness. We're going for like the pull of the chocolate. It's so rich and creamy. Now, make sure you just level it off. You can push it in here, and you only need a 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. Whatever cocoa powder you like, go ahead and mix it in yours. It's up to you. I use the Hershey kind. I use the Hershey kind when I'm making my cakes. I use the Hershey kind when I'm making the brownies. I use the Hershey kind. I love it. I even like the smell of it when it's just plain Jane by itself. All right, so then you're going to go ahead and mix that in as well. Take your time because you don't want this flying everywhere, because clearly you see that I got this powder from earlier. The flour got on me, and then I have the nerves to wear black, so be careful. Just take your time, and then this is when it's going to start turning its nice little dark brown color. Now, if you want like black brownies, get the darker chocolate cocoa powder. They do have it. You can buy it off of Amazon. And then you just want to make sure you go ahead and whisk this up. So it should change from that cream color to a chocolate brown color. And it's going to get thick, okay? I think they kind of do, because when you buy the box, they still come out really good if you buy the box form, but I just add a little bit more oil, because they always say you put oil in there. So I just add a little bit more oil when I'm doing the box. But I mean, I like making them from scratch, because 9 times out of 10 we got all this stuff, so it's not a big deal. But you know, if you make it from box, just add a little bit oil, add a little bit more of the butter, depending on what you're going to use, or you can add a little bit of milk, okay? But pretty much it's up to you. They still good. I just like to bump it up a little bit because I feel like it be lacking a little bit of flavor when it comes to the box. And I just always like to pull out extra stuff. But again, if you're going to pull out extra stuff, just go ahead and make it from scratch because you probably have all the stuff. Now, at this point, we are going to stop whisking because it's getting thick. And we are going to use whatever type of pan you want. I'm going to use a 13 by 9 pan. I put a parchment paper at the bottom. You can use cupcakes and you can measure them out. You can use this as a bottle for something, like if you want to put them in cupcakes and then let them cook, and then you want to use like a cream cheese filling to put in there, you can do that as well. It's so many options you can use with this brownie. Now this is where the fun part come in. You can add walnuts. You can add whatever type of nuts you want. Walnuts is mainly what people add. You can add chocolate melts, but we're going to add them in there as well. You can also add in all types of chocolate chips in there. You can add white ones, Hershey's. You can add whatever you desire. Take a spatula and you want to scrape the side of the bowl. You want to preheat your oven to 300. Now, normally they be like 350. Some people even bake at 180. I wouldn't bake this at 180. You're going to be there all day. Preheat your oven. You want to preheat your oven to 300. Once it gets to 300 and it beats, put them in there. You only want to cook these for 12 minutes. 10 to 12 minutes based off your oven. I'm going to cook mine for 10, and then you want it to rest for 3 to 5 minutes. They're going to be gooey. They're going to be chewy. They're going to have that chocolate inside that you just, you want. Okay, I'm telling you. So you can use, I'm going to use today, I have a jar every time I get chocolate chips. I don't care if they're dark chocolate or if they like milk chocolate or white chocolate. I put them in here and we eat them. I bake with them and it don't matter. I just put them in here. Okay, so I'm going to use a half a cup. You can use whatever you choose, but I'm going to add a half a cup to this. Okay. Now, when you do the blondies, you want to use white chocolate, okay? You don't want to use all the different color, all the different flavored chocolates. You want to use white chocolate, especially if the person does not like dark chocolate or milk chocolate. You want to be specific when you do that one. But it's okay. I'm going to show you how to make that. And then you want to fold it in there. Now, the brownie should not be like loose, too loose that you like, oh my God, I could pour it in there. It should not be a pour consistent. It should be pretty thick, but not too thick. Like, okay, so it should be like this. Give it like a 2-second drop. Okay. 1, 2. Now, if it's too thick, then you might put too much flour in there, or you might be over mixing it, which you do not want to do. This right here, I have a spatula. Now I'm going to be a little extra, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get me some chocolate melt, some white ones, and I'm going to put a couple of my walnuts in there. I just love the chocolate. Okay, so you can break it up in here, which I'm going to do. I'm going to break them up in here, and then I'm going to add some walnuts in here as well. Just a few. Now, if the person you're giving this to has, they don't like walnuts or nothing like that in there, don't put them in there. You can keep them whole like this, or you can do the chopped up ones, like you can chop them up a little bit more. I got them chopped up and whole in here, and I'm just going to fold it over, okay? You don't want to overwork it, but you want to make sure you just fold everything here. Folding does not mean you're overworking it. You're just giving it a couple folds so everything is in there nice. Okay, so I have a 13 by 9 pan right here, and all I did is put parchment paper. Put parchment paper at the bottom, because when you are ready to flip these out and put them on the rack to let them sit, it's going to be easy to cut and eat. Okay, now what did I say? If y'all missed out, we made these from scratch brownies, and then once they get done, you can get you different kind of like cookie cutters. That's why we're making heart valentines love cookie cutters, and I have some heart ones in here. So when they get done, when I come back, I'm just going to show y'all a picture. We just get some cookie cutters and cut the little brownies. And then you can make you like a little icing on top. So you can make a buttercream icing on top, really cute. Or you can have the kids do it, very decorative, and do it like that. Also, you can add candy bar in here. So I did have like a Hershey candy bar. You can put that in there if you want a candy bar. You can put Snickers in there. You can do like a caramel. You can do whatever you want. If you want to be creative, get creative and put your brownie mix, put whatever candies in there. Now, only thing you want to do is make sure you keep an eye on it. You do not want to overbake it, because if you overbake it, it's going to be tough as what? Rocks, bricks. It's going to be tough. And that's not what we're looking for. So we're going to go ahead and just dump this in here. And again, this is a real deal because I didn't pre-make this to show y'all. But when it comes out, when it gets done, if you tune back in, or I do a part 2, or I might do a reel, I will show you what they look like. I'm gonna do a reel, so you don't even have to worry about all this extra stuff coming back. Make sure you spread it out. Ooh, this is gonna be delicious. Spread it out, get your oven preheated, and then when we come back, I am going to make a reel of the brownies, and I'm gonna bite into them with you fresh, hot out the oven, okay? So that's pretty much what we're gonna do. I'm gonna spread this out and put it in the oven. All right, guys. I see you in a little bit. Thank you for watching. Make sure you watch out for the reel, because we're gonna do the reel, and then I'm gonna show you how good and delicious they are. So I see you in a little bit. 10 to 12 minutes. Let them rest for 5. Cut into them. Do your thing. I see you in a little bit.